Or slow things down, I should say.
Yeah, Miller, who's dribbling it, he looks to be a little winded himself. But now they'll start to go. Mitchell Lee. Man in his face, and it doesn't matter. He knocks down that three, and that forces a timeout called by Coach Williams of the Cougars. It's just a 30-second timeout, and it comes just a second past the halfway mark of this second quarter. Here's another run that Lutheran has started to build up, and all of a sudden, they're up by 11.
Yeah, you kind of got that feeling in the second quarter that Lutheran was about to take charge offensively, and it was going to be up to GCA to see if they could stop the momentum. But here you see, just like that, Lutheran's got a double-digit lead. Another look at that three.
From the left wing, Lee had the smaller Noah Reed hedge out on him, but it didn't matter. And that's actually the first points for Lee. That Lee becomes the 7th different scorer to score for Lutheran now, and that is the 3rd made three they've had in this first half.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very important last 4 minutes of the half for GCA.
A good finish in this second quarter for the Cougars, and it could very well still be anybody's ball game. But right now, facing their largest deficit so far, down 11. As we continue things out of the timeout. Clay backs off of Boer and meets him at the volleyball line. Setting up Shoemaker up tap off a screen. Trapped into the corner. Now they get it down low to Northern. Pass is batted away dangerously, and Miller takes it the other way. Hands off to Clay. High arcing shot gets it to go.
Wow.
Montazi Clay making a spectacular play for the Saints.
He got a pretty good breather on the bench as well, and Lutheran stretched out the lead with him on the bench.
Still able to do some damage even with Clay sitting on the bench, and now he comes back out there to finish off, most likely, this last 3:16. And going back to this steal from Lutheran. Miller sees Clay kind of floating there with him, and that shot, sure enough, it was a floater. It hung in the air for quite some time. Shoemaker in the corner, out of the out-of-bounds play. They dump it down to Tyke. And Shoemaker cut back towards the lane, left it short, and the rebound goes over the head of the Saints, but stolen away by Miller. Yet again, up the floor. Here's Cutshaw. Nice pass. Running with him was Mitchell Lee. Fast break points have started to become a topic of discussion from Lutheran. And now you're in more dangerous waters here if you're the Cougars.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Lutheran's going for a knockout punch right now, right before the first half.
They've extended this lead out to 15 now. A couple of substitutions for both teams. For the first time, actually checking back in, taking a breather as well was Javen Holsey. And a foul away from the basketball as Clay was trying to keep a grasp on Boer. Just the first foul on Clay, although Lutheran has 16 fouls. The next one puts GCA in the bonus. Shoemaker a three, in and out.
Ooh, good look there.
Shoemaker, just 2 points to talk about so far. Clay gets to the elbow. Too strong on that shot. Driving in. Nicely done. Did it all himself. Aiden Sloan has 4 points in the quarter.
Nice job by Sloan reading the hole in the Lutheran defense that trip.
I think Coach Woods may have been looking for kind of one of those wraparound fouls where the offensive player is using that off arm to create some space. Yeah. But nonetheless, it doesn't get called, and he wants Smith to bring things back out. Still 138 and counting left to go in this first half.
You're already seeing some some fatigue on GCA with players with their hands on their knees. You got to wonder how much that's going to come into play in the second half.
Lutheran in spurts, really getting up and down. But also the opposite. They've had spurts where they are really grinding out possessions offensively. You got to wonder if they're going to try and take the remaining 60 seconds down.
All the way down, right, yeah. And I'm surprised because you got 2 fouls to give if you're GCA. I'm kind of surprised they're not being a little more aggressive here.
This has thoughts of Bobby Plump
yes.
in what made Hoosiers famous, where they wait and wait and wait.
This has been the debate amongst fans the last few years on if they really need to institute a shot clock for reasons like this.
Yeah, that topic has really started to pick up this year, and the season's still fairly young. But the shot clock has been talked about a lot amongst us here at SRN, and I think we're kind of have a split decision on that. We'll see what the Saints do now with 7 seconds. Coach Woods.
That's an interesting. Wow.
The fans don't like it. You hear a ruckus of boos from the GCA side, but Coach Woods will have 6.1 on the clock. And he'll talk things over, run through a play in this 30-second timeout.
That's a very interesting timeout, taking almost 2 minutes off the clock, and then with 6 seconds. Obviously, he's trying to set up the last-second play here. That was just kind of odd timing on that.
And he also looked like he was trying to get the timeout around the 8 or 9 second mark, but the referees didn't notice him until there was 6.1 on the clock. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. So out of the timeout, there are 3 players set up at the free throw line for Lutheran. Actually, all 4 of them are, as Smith comes over, and Clay will be the one to get it in. Which he does get it in, and he gets it back. And the 3 is no good. A really quick shot.
I don't know if that's what was designed, but
it kind of looked like it.
Yeah.
Sure enough. There's 6.1 on the clock. Clay took that shot about halfway through that time, and it's a miss, but still a good first half of play for Lutheran as they go into the locker room with a 13-point lead over Greenwood Christian Academy, trying to start this season 2-0, and they're halfway home to doing so. 25-12 our score. We'll take a break, and we come back. We'll have a halftime interview with the AD of Greenwood Christian Academy, so stay tuned for that. This is high school basketball powered by IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back to Greenwood Christian Academy. There's your halftime score. Lutheran leads things 25-12 on the road, trying to start the season 2-0. It's now our halftime show, and we are pleased to be joined by the AD of Greenwood Christian Academy, Devin Gray. Thanks so much for joining us, taking the time.
No problem. Good to carve out a few minutes away from the duties to just chat.
You probably do have a lot going on, a lot on your plate. So I guess first question, we'll jump right, what is a daily process like for you as an AD, especially on a weekend? Fridays and Saturdays, I'm guessing, are the busiest, but you had basketball tonight. You may have other stuff going on throughout the day, I'm sure. So, I mean, take us through what goes on throughout the day.
Yeah, I love my job, even though there's a lot of variations to it. Every day can be different. Game days are certainly different than non-game days. With the exciting things that have been happening at GCA with some of the facility upgrades we've had and the growth just in enrollment even. I think there are things probably going on that some more established programs don't face every day, but on a game day, I mean, here a couple hours early, making sure everything's set up. I got a good team of helpers, even with our middle school AD, Robert Salazar, who helps get things set up for us. But it's a lot of fun, and even on a day like today, we had all our middle school boys basketball teams playing. We had our girls varsity playing, and so keeping in touch with them, making sure we're updating the community about that, and then being ready to host, over 400 people here tonight just for a big game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good turnout. Lutheran always seems to travel pretty well, and the gymnasium, sure enough, is packed. These teams only separated by 8 miles. So, yeah, talk about the game. I mean, it's always fun to see a packed gymnasium like this on a Saturday night.
Yeah, obviously I wish we were on the other end of the outcome so far,
right,
but
yeah.
we're only halfway there. New coach for us this year. He's been doing a great job. Jackson Williams. He's really gotten the kids, I think, just to buy into playing hard. This is a team that we've only got one returning varsity player from last year that got a lot of minutes, and so it's a younger group, a more inexperienced group, but a group that I think is growing and loving each other, and he definitely holds them to a high standard of that, holds them accountable with that, and so I know coming out of the second half here, they will definitely give effort, they will definitely be together, and it's just going to be a matter of scoring more.
So talk about kind of give some props to the other coaches. I mean, it takes a lot to get a program running, and for Coach Williams being in his first year, it looks as though he has got these guys bought in. So talk about the importance of having that connection with that coach and making sure he's the right fit for coaching a program here at GCA.
Yeah, That is a question that applies to me probably more than some other guys in their first year and a half with a job like this. I've hired, I think, at least 5 varsity coaches in my first year and a half, so it's been fun to build my team of coaches and build who we believe is the best fit to lead these programs and lead these kids, not just in their respective sports and teach them how to dribble and shoot and kick soccer balls and spike volleyballs, but to really disciple them in Christ. And I think we've got some great leaders in our programs. That's what I'm most passionate and take a lot of pride in with our programs, is the fact that we've got leaders in our programs who really care about the relationship side with kids and are gifted in their role as coaches as well. And so those individuals can be hard to find sometimes, that check every box, with what we're looking for at a Christian school. But I think we've got some of the best in the state here.
How about the community, too? This is a real small school and just smaller facilities. You have schools that surround you that are just much bigger enrollment. But you talked about how the enrollment is growing and the community seems to be growing. This looks to be a community that really gels together. I've been a pleasure to be here a couple of times with SRN doing games, and it always seems like there's a great turnout, and this community really gels well together.
Yeah, our enrollment is up about 35% from last year alone, and so it has jumped. We're up in the 620s now, and we've got just families here and parents who are involved. I mean, you got kids whose families come to every single game, and I know a lot of public schools can't say that, and I know that our coaches appreciate the fact that they've got families who they can count on for meals or for transportation when needed, or just support in the stands.
Well, Devin, thanks so much for stopping by here on our halftime show and answering a few questions about GCA. We appreciate you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for covering us. Enjoy the second half.
That's Devin Gray, the athletic director here at Greenwood Christian Academy. The second half is coming up here shortly. There's your score, 25-12. Lutheran right now on top. We'll take one more break. Second half action upcoming here on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably can help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Second half about to get underway here at GCA. The Cougars only coming away with 12 points, 6 in each quarter. They trail the visiting Saints of Lutheran High School 25-12. Along with John Lester, I'm Jarrett Lewis, IndianaSRN. It's a pleasure to be here yet again covering Cougars basketball this season. But it probably was a tough locker room for Coach Williams and a lot of things to go over. One thing you can always look at, John, is the turnovers. That's probably number one. And a few of those, especially in that second quarter from GCA, as the defense really picked up from Lutheran. I'm sure Coach Williams looking for his guys to be more strong with the basketball in the second half.
Yes, absolutely. And GCA, if they can get a quick offensive run together, they're capable of putting points on the board. They can get right back in this ball game.
I don't want to see Lutheran start things off hot and get on a run that really puts GCA down in the hole, but a good defensive stop there as Sloan gets the block. Shoemaker hands off to Boer. That's a good start. Boer knocks down a three.
Exactly what you needed if you're GCA.
And a quick whistle afterwards, as I believe we're going to get a delay of game call against someone of GCA, and it's just a warning.
Don't see that call very often.
Boer had 4 points in the first half. He now has 7, and that's the first made three tonight for the Cougars. Cuts the deficit down to 10 as we get this second half rocking and rolling.
And again, taking the air out of the ball this trip.
And how much time will tick off this time? And they won't wait too long. Clay threading the needle with that pass was Smith, and Patterson cleans up the miss from Montasi. KJ Patterson gets onto the scoreboard first for Lutheran.
Well, GCA got the stop. Unfortunately, they were unable to come down with the rebound and gave up 2-point putback.
Shoemaker, near side in the corner now, brings things back up top. Reed was entirely quiet in that first half. No points to talk about from Ian. Bad pass stolen away. Tankey had it go over his head from Boer. A turnover. Saints will spread the floor out yet again.
Very content, just being patient on offense, getting the best possible shot they can.
Lee spins the lane, now kicks out. Clay, a deep three. Won't go. Rebound for Lee, and he gets fouled. Again, an offensive rebound given up and a second chance opportunity for Lutheran, and the Saints will try to tack on more points with free throws.
Yeah, your GCA there, yeah, you've got to corral that rebound. You cannot keep giving up second chance opportunities.
A good first half from Mitchell Lee. 5 points. They all came in the second quarter. Knocked down 1-3, and he converts on the first free throw. We're quickly here going back, and there's the rejection by Sloan. And it ended up turning into points. Boer with a deep three. And back as Lee goes 2 for 2 from the line. Reed hounded by Smith, but able to get it across the timeline. Elevator screen up top for Boer, but good defense from Patterson. Shoemaker on the drive. Kicks out to Reed. Nearly stolen away by Smith. And they do get Smith with the foul. Didn't look like there was much contact there as Shoemaker was trying to stay in bounds.
Yeah, Lutheran at this point, their defense seems to be one step ahead of GCA right now.
And they are getting in those passing lanes, and they are trying to tack on more steals. Another good cut. Doesn't finish, but gets fouled is Aiden Sloan. And he beat, I believe, Cutshaw, and that is who gets called for that foul.
Only the third and fourth free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, Boer made 2 in the first quarter. Again, only 6 points to talk about through each 8-minute segment. And Sloan is too strong on the first.
Trying to keep fresh guys in there.
Aiden Sloan, one of the seniors on this ball club, able to tack on a point with that made free throw. GCA trails by 13. Smith trying to get around Boer, hands off to Lee, drives in, kicks out. Patterson, well short-armed that one.
Looked like he was a little unsure whether to shoot that or pass it.
And I'm probably thinking we won't see Patterson out beyond the three-point line the rest of the ballgame. Boer runs off that screen, and Patterson with great defense out on him. Down low to Tyke. He tries to work on Cutshaw. Over his right shoulder, just too strong, but Shoemaker with the board. Blake gets it back. He'll try a three. It's no good. Ball batted around. Last touched by...
Oh!
Well, we thought it was going to be Smith of Lutheran, but the referee doesn't agree.
Wow.
GCA bench doesn't agree with that call, but they'll have to play on.
I think what they might be saying is that the ball would hit the Lutheran player out of bounds, and I guess they'd be saying that the ball's out of bounds, I guess, is what they're...
Good defense that time as they couldn't get it down low to Cam Patterson. Patterson and Miller have checked in, as has Javen Holsey. 3 early substitutions in this third quarter. Patterson going to work, up with the left hand, and he beat Tyke to the rim.
Yeah, too easy there for Patterson.
Patterson had just 1 point in the first half, came from a free throw. His first field goal tonight. Makes it a 15-point lead. Driving in, Shoemaker gets a hand check foul. And it'll be out of bounds under on the baseline, upcoming for the Cougars. Holsey picks up that foul. Just the first on him. Nobody in foul trouble at all. As this inbounds pass goes to Shoemaker, and he gets fouled. 2 quick ones picked up from Lutheran.
They got to hit these free throws.
Shoemaker goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Just 2 points to talk about from Blake. A returning score from last year rattles that one in. One of the leading returning scorers from last year, I should say. Him and Ian Reed towards the top in scoring this year for the Cougars, and Shoemaker uses the rim both times to convert.
See if GCA goes back to that zone defense. It was pretty effective in the first quarter, and then they laid off and went more man-to-man.
That's what we see right here, a 1-3 look, 1-3-1 look now from GCA. Miller drives in, knocks over Boer. That's just a whole lot of strength coming from Miller. GCA trying to answer. Driving in is Sloan. Nice dump down to Tyke, but he's blocked by Patterson, who thought he got all the ball, but he got a little bit of the arm.
Yeah, by Patterson's reaction, you think he really thinks he got all ball.
So Patterson, just the first foul on him. Also, Tyke at the free throw line drains it. Matt Tyke, a scoreless first half. Those are his first points tonight. Second free throw up from Tyke. Not good this time. Defense picks up from GCA. Miller, nice dump down to Holsey. Wow. Tyke may have affected that shot a little bit, but it still goes in for Javen Holsey.
Tried to throw a little bit of press there defensively, but Lutheran still finds a way to break it.
Holsey is the 8th different guy to get some points tonight, and a huge rejection, but a foul before the block shot. This one's going to go on Micah McKay.
Lutheran fans aren't happy about that one.
Lutheran fans haven't been happy about.
Yeah, they've been real vocal tonight, yeah.
They have been very outspoken, yeah, like you said. And although their JV team won earlier today, there's some hooting and hollering about that game. Boer, as you get a look back at that drive, was able to hit the first one. And we see a timeout on the floor, just a 30-second timeout. When you're managing the business side of sports, you're always a major player in the game. Our graduates work in crucial and demanding positions at sports organizations and venues, managing arenas and stadiums, while also handling publicity for their favorite teams and developing the market for innovative sports products. That's IUPUI Sports Management. Contact us today, iupui.edu/sportsmanagement. Also, catch up on what's going on with the IHSAA Foundation. You can subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate. Send them an email, ihsaafoundation.org.
We may see a lot of free throws here for GCA because that's already 16 fouls on Lutheran.
Maybe that's something to hoot and holler about, I guess, if you're a Lutheran fan. And just one team foul you can see against Greenwood Christian. Boer made the first, can't make the second. Boer's got 8 to lead the scoring for the Cougars, but his team still trailing by 15. Up in the air, Miller was still able to get that pass down to Patterson, who drives in on the smaller Sloan. Up with the left hand, the runner is good for Cam Patterson.
Lutheran being a little more aggressive on the offensive end.
Quickly on the other end, 3 from Shoemaker won't go. Ball batted around and picked up by the Saints. .220 left to go in this third quarter.
Now again, getting very patient again. Well,
Holsey made a cut over his left shoulder, doesn't go. Ian Reed will push it up. Boer. They're swinging around. Shoemaker in front of the bench. Now drives baseline, able to beat Miller, but help side defense.
Wow.
And swatting that one back towards the GCA bench was Cam Patterson.
Major rejection there by Cam Patterson. Wow.
Patterson got all of that one. Not today, not in my house. And meanwhile, whistle and a foul. It's going to be 1-1 upcoming for the Cougars. See if they got that foul on.
Cam Patterson, I believe.
That is correct. Second one on Cam. Tyke will go to the line. He's 1 of 2. Actually, he's 2 of 2, but now 2 of 3.
Chance to get back in it at the free throw line. You got to make those.
4 missed free throws this quarter alone. Defense extends out. Miller toe tapping that sideline, and a dangerous pass, but he whips it in there to Cam. Catch and shoot. Miller.
I don't think the shot you were looking for. That
looked like a rushed attempt from Miller, top of the key.
No reason to rush that shot either. You got a comfortable lead.
And you've been a team that's been mostly patient offensively. You can try to grind out another possession and get your best look. What can the Cougars do here with 1:15? Patterson sends that one away from Tyke.
Got a fresh 5 coming in for Lutheran.
Yeah, mass substitution. It'll be 5 new guys, and it'll be the starting 5. Smith, Cutshaw, Lee, KJ Patterson, and Clay. Something you don't see very much very often either is all 5 guys subbing in.
Yeah.
Out of bounds under for GCA. We'll have to go to the backcourt with Boer. A dangerous spot there. Dangerous pass. Sloan traveled with it. Another turnover from the Cougars, and that's not going to help out their cause for a comeback.
Yeah, the GCA needed to make a quick run if they were going to, and they've ended up losing 4 points in this quarter.
This has been the best quarter offensively. That's an over and back. Lee just lost the handle on it. But this has been the best quarter offensively. It's only been 8 points from GCA. But their previous quarters were 6 each. And a chance here, 52.8. Clay gets well out on Ian Reed. Reed finds Tyke in the high post. Nice kick out. Reed wide open for a three, but it's just slightly off the mark. Sloan offensive rebound. His putback's no good. Tyke had it for a second, and now it's batted out to Shoemaker. Reed. Nice pass down low to Tyke.
Nicely done there by GCA.
Boy, Reed, he could have had a shot himself, but he opted for a higher percentage of a shot with Tyke.
3 chances at it that time.
And now we'll see the Saints hold for one last shot. 10 seconds and counting. Lee into the lane, Euro step. He got fouled before he put up a shot. Hand check foul on the Cougars, Aiden Sloan.
Got a little bit of a Bronx cheer over there by the Lutheran fans on that foul call.
That's just the second team foul, yeah. Like 7 against the Saints. Into the backcourt with 7. Lee might do it all himself, doesn't use the screen. A running three, nearly gets it to go. And still the Saints holding on to a commanding lead. It's at 15 points. 37-22 is our score as we enter the 4th and final quarter. Don't go anywhere. More basketball coming your way here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Well, we're back for one final quarter here at Greenwood Christian Academy. The Cougars in that third quarter scoring 10 points, beg your pardon, but giving up 12 to Lutheran. So they've been outscored in every single quarter so far. This will have to be the quarter to try and do it, make the Swan a little bit closer. Reed gets it over half court, guarded by Clay. Shoemaker opting not to use his screen. He beats his man but can't finish the runner. And Cutshaw takes a bump from Ian Reed. And Reed making sure Cutshaw is all right.
That 3 on him?
That's at least 2.
Number 13, Ian Reed, his third, team third.
And it is number 3 on Ian Reed. Stay up to date with all IHSAA sports news at our sports page. That's on IndianaSRN.org, or you can check out the sports page at radiotroy.com. High school, college, and professional sports for you at the sports page. Clay, nice jab step and the speed to get to the bucket. Well, we saw that a lot on the football field, and we're seeing it here tonight on the basketball court.
He's actually had a quiet game tonight, and GCA's actually held him down tonight.
And he's only got 6. It's been a collective effort from Lutheran. So far, only needed 39 to outscore GCA. The leading scorer right now is Cutshaw with 8, and all of those came in the first quarter, John.
Yeah.
They've kept him quiet in this for the duration of this game.
I think he's only had about 1 shot since the first quarter, too.
But other guys have stepped up, and here's Clay, one of them, with the steal. Can't finish. And he was out of bounds when he touched it. It'll go over to GCA, boy, Clay.
You don't see him miss those very often.
No, he's going to want that back, most definitely. Parker Satry has checked in for the Cougars. Reed trying to use Satry as a screen, and he fumbles the basketball. It's over towards the sideline off of Cutshaw. Cutshaw with Clay into the corner. High arcing 3 from Lee is no good. They'll say Patterson pushed off trying to go after the rebound. That'll mean 1 and 1 on the other end for GCA.
Lutheran's about to sub a fresh 5 in again.
Brand new 5 for Coach Remus Woods, and we'll see how long this 5 stays out on the court. This is the reserve 5.
Yeah. You have to wonder if the starters, with the game like it is, if he may try to give them the rest of the night off, unless GCA makes a run here.
Yeah, if this lead stays where it's at, or if it gets even larger, that could very well be the case. That last foul on KJ, and the rest of the starting 5 will head to the bench tonight. KJ has 4 points, just his first foul. Nobody really in foul trouble, so that's not really a topic of discussion. Although Reed for the Cougars does have 3, but I don't see him coming off the bench or coming off the floor anytime soon.
It's been a fairly clean game for the most part. It has gotten a little aggressive a couple times, and physical.
This is Satry, his first free throw. Off the back iron, and free throws now really.
Yeah, GCA not helping themselves.
Satry's first attempt at points. Can't cut this deficit from 17.
Nice pass.
Great vision there. Helsey's shot is blocked the first time. He got it back for a second attempt and was fouled.
If that's Reed, it's 4. Nope.
Satry picks up that one. Javen Holsey has 2 points tonight. And a great pass from Irvin. First free throw, no good. Tyke has checked back in. Satry with just a couple of minutes. Holsey with the second free throw. This time puts more on it, but puts too much. Sees an offensive rebound, however, from Micah McKay. Foul down low. Reed, now he'll pick up his 4th foul.
I think you might start to see Lutheran do what they did there at the end of the first half. I think you might start seeing them taking the air out of the ball and just relaxing on offense.
So Reed has 4, 5-team fouls for the Cougars. Holsey spins around, hands off to Patterson, who still is able to get off the 3-point shot and knock it down. The lefty, Cam Patterson, now with 8. 20-point lead, the largest of the night. Reed drags that foot, but still holds on to the possession. Boer trying to get rid of McKay. He gets blocked. Holsey came over with help side defense.
Smart play by Lutheran.
Coach Williams looking for a foul somewhere. And he's not going to get one.
I don't think these referees are going to get any Christmas cards from either of these two coaches tonight. So.
Just not the night for GCA.
We were talking about our guy Troy on the sports page earlier. I'm sure he had a lot to say with that IU collapse the other day.
Oh, yeah. And the Purdue game also.
Yeah.
Reed finally gets something to go. His first points come in the 4th quarter, and it's a 3-ball. Well, IU had a collapse. Purdue probably should have came away with a win at Rutgers. But Notre Dame, we saw them. They got a big-time win over 10th-ranked Kentucky tonight.
Nice win for them, yeah.
Butler, that basketball program, they're starting to get things together. They got a big-time win over Oklahoma, Power 5 school. Our producer, James, a Butler guy himself.
Yeah, he had that 4 overtime Butler women's game last night.
Look at that 3 from Patterson. But, I mean, still a lot of season left to go. Anything can happen. Purdue, a short-lived time at the top of the mountain. But don't think they'll fall too far.
You'll probably see him about 3 or 4 next week. Well,
driving in, this is Miller. Took it from the top of the key and finishes on the left side.
He's had a good game off the bench tonight.
And basketball on the floor, out to Boer, who gets McKay up in the air. Boer will drive in again, and now, this time they'll call a foul. Boer didn't have any luck the first time.
Foul number 11, Christopher Irving.
Irvin picks up this foul. That's the 3rd on him. Boer tonight, he has 8, trying to be the first into double digits. This is a look at the last drive in from Boer. Well, he is small. There's not much size to him, but he is fearless.
Had a lot of condensation on the floor
yes,
tonight.
Yes, we have. So we'll take some time here to clean up that paint.
In those final 4 minutes, I don't know if you and I are going to work together anymore for the new year or not, but who you got for football? You think Alabama?
I guess. I mean, I'd love to see Cincinnati win. I'm sure most of the country would like to see that.
I'm going to go while we're on the air right now and say that game's going to be a lot closer than people think it is.
Well, I sure hope so. Here's an offensive rebound after the missed free throw. And I would like to see Michigan win. It's going to be tough. I mean, Georgia will most definitely be the toughest team they face all year.
And Georgia's going to be not happy after that performance last week with.
And what not perfect, but what a usual situation that we see where a team loses a big game, but still with a program, an SEC powerhouse like Georgia or Alabama are, they usually will respond after losses.
Yes.
So Michigan and Georgia and Alabama being the 1 seed will play Cincinnati New Year's Eve. Notre Dame almost got in. They were the 5 seed. They'll play Oklahoma State. 2 made free throws from Aiden Sloan. Sloan has 7.
Yeah, Notre Dame saying, "Oh, Georgia, why did you lay an egg like that last week?"
Oh, yeah. If Georgia takes care of Alabama in that SEC championship, we're looking at Notre Dame probably in that 4 seed. Miller may have traveled, but still, through 3 defenders, Patterson gets the offensive board. Clay in the corner. Miller, 3 is no good. Tyke gave a nice push to Patterson, and the referee was all over it.
Foul number 33, Matt Tyke, his
second foul on Tyke. Again, nobody in foul trouble except for Ian Reed with 4.
We've seen a lot of free throws here the last 3.5 minutes, looks like.
Patterson, that one rattles in for him. He's done a little bit of everything. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 2-point field goals in the 3rd quarter, and a made 3 in this 4th quarter, although he misses the latter of 2. 17-point advantage for Lutheran, and they're 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from starting the season 2-0. Steal by Irvin, trying to thread the needle between 2 defenders, and luckily he dribbles it off of the leg of Max Boer. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Army-Navy game today?
I did not. I listened to a little bit on the radio coming over here.
Yeah. Well, as Patterson knocks down that one, not a lot of people expected Navy to win that ball game, but they came out on top. Won by 3, I believe.
That was Navy's bowl game, basically.
Oh, that's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
That's the Super Bowl for those two teams. Played in East Rutherford for the first time this year at MetLife Stadium.
And it was packed, like 70,000, I believe.
And it's so fitting that type of game is the only football game that's played. It's the only one. You can't find anything else going on a Saturday like today. It's always Army-Navy this time of year. It's a good tune-up for the bowl games that will be coming in a few short days.
Yeah, I believe they start on Friday, I believe.
The starting 5 back in, except for Montazi Clay. He sits.
Coach Woods is going to have to be pleased with his defensive performance tonight by his team.
It was a a great display of both sides, offensively and defensively, in their regular season opener, as that bucket goes down for Carson Andre. His first minutes of varsity action tonight. Out to Ian Reed, three-pointers too strong. Up the floor, and a dunk by Cutshaw. Boy, Ethan Cutshaw with a pat of the head after he throws that one down with the right. Boy, I'd love to take a look at that one again. That shot goes out of bounds, and that gets the Saints fans up on their feet. They're still talking about it. Nice pass up the floor to Patterson, and Cutshaw didn't even need a dribble. He put it down with 2.
Putting an emphatic exclamation point on this one for Lutheran.
Cutshaw tonight, his first points since the first quarter. I mean, just off to a hot start. 2 made free throws and 2 made threes. And now adds that 2-pointer. Another look at this dunk, and you could see the bench. They were expecting it. They were already jumping up and down. But yeah, there's the exclamation point on tonight's showing from the Lutheran Saints. This is Mitchell Lee at the free throw line. Tonight the Saints are 8 of 12 shooting free throws. GCA has missed slightly more. They've missed 6 of their free throws. Mitchell Lee goes 2 for 2 now. He's got 9 points tonight. And the final minute, 40 seconds left in this one. A couple of new guys checked in for the Cougars. Noah Reed has come back in down low. Northern shot is blocked by Patterson. Jude Thompson is in for the first time, as Northern has 2 free throws upcoming. First one no good.
This final margin is going to be a little bit misleading. It was not really this. GCA was in this game for the first 2.5 quarters. They looked like ran out of gas there at the end.
Yeah, they had their chances. There's no doubt about it. Lane violation called on the Saints will give Northern one more attempt. But early on, John, we still had that sense that this Saints team, they can get out and run, and they can really just take the home side out of this game.
Yeah, right. And if this Lutheran team continues to play like this, they are going to be a tough out come postseason play.
Just their second game of the year, too. Delayed season start because of the football team success, and this is not looking like their second game of the season.
Yeah, right. They are clicking on all cylinders right now.
This will be Carson Andre trying to pick up some more points. Played some minutes in the JV matchup. First free throw won't go, and Wisely. Actually, it was almost a great play by Ali as he tried to throw it in, but he was out of bounds when he did so. Want to give a shout out to Piper Logistics, one of our great sponsors here at IndianaSRN, established in 2002 with the encouragement and financial support of a spirited customer who helped Greg and Tim develop their vision. If you need something transported or stored, you can contact Piper Logistics at 317-395-1023. 70 seconds left to go. Up and under. Great move from KJ Patterson. Each quarter has belonged to the Lutheran Saints. They're going to pick up a road victory. Wright nearly gets that steal.
Well, Lutheran, comfortable lead, but still playing hard defensively to the end.
Brewer will look to get it in. A lob pass to Northern. They will say that Andre gave him a push and a foul. So Northern will head to the free throw line. He missed a couple not too long ago. And he finally does get one to fall through. Bertner Electric has been serving the Indianapolis area since 1986. Family owned and operated, also fully licensed and insured. They offer 24-hour emergency service. No job is too small. For all your electrical needs, contact Bertner Electric, 317-773-7663. Made bucket for KJ Patterson. So Patterson looks like he's going to finish the night with 8 points. And still finishing this game strong. I mean, Lutheran, although they break down here, they're picking up the defense still with such a large lead and such little time.
And I think they're just going to watch this one out.
They sure are. Lee will hold on to it, and he'll dribble out the final 5 seconds here at Greenwood Christian Academy. The Lutheran Saints come in and knock off the Cougars 57-32. An emphatic win and a 2-0 start for Coach Remus Woods in his third year. His overall record now improves to 36-14 at the helm of the Lutheran Saints. There's your final score. We'll wrap things up here pretty quickly as the Cougars, they fall to 2-4 on the season. John, and just a full team effort. All 5 guys that were on the court. Coach Woods used about 10 or 11, and all of those guys contributed in some fashion.
Yes, most definitely. He's got to be very, very pleased with his team's performance here tonight. And you know, you're like we were talking about getting the late start to the season, but 2 very impressive wins by this team. And yeah, he's got to be very pleased. They cut down those turnovers after that first quarter, and it was just smooth. A good 32 minutes for Lutheran here tonight.
There's the Saints celebrating with some of their fans as they get a 25-point win. And again, they start this young season with a record of 2-0. That'll do it for us here at IndianaSRN. Shout out our cameraman tonight, Mike O'Ware, our on-site producer, James Andrews. And for my broadcast partner, John Lester, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter so you're always up to date on all the IndianaSRN basketball action this winter season. Your final score for one last time, 57-32. The Lutheran Saints come out on top. So long, everybody.